What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Kiwako. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but it's kind of looks weird to pronounce. But I battled my opponent off my Discord server, so if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle and trade Discord chat room and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles and meet new people, definitely check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description. And I'm meeting Kiwako. We're having a PU battle because PU is a brand new tier that has some, fun Pokemon in there. And my opponent looks like he's packing a pretty fun Trick Room team featuring Gallade, Drampa, Aggron, and Wishy-Washy. Has amazing a fun team featuring Girder, Clang Clang. I have some fun Pokemon like Samura on there, Alolan Golem, Glaceon, and I'm going to have Gramble on every team because both Sock and Gallade are allowed in PU. And Gramble's pretty much one of the few Pokemon that counters both of those Pokemon, like unless they carry like the Poison Z move, which soon they'll probably start adapting and carrying the Poison Z move, but for now, I think I'm in the clear. But turn 1, my opponent's going to lead off with the Carbink, as I decided to lead off with my Cling Clang, expecting the Carbink lead because most Trick Room teams lead off with the Carbink because Stealth Rocks plus Trick Room, so thankfully we're able to get that play correctly, as Gear Grind should be able to 2-hit KO it because it's quad weak to Gear Grind, so Wishy-Washy is going to transform into its schooling form, very scary. As I just go for the safe Gear Grind in case my opponent underestimates Cling Clang, but he does make the right play, switching into Wishy-Washy, as Wishy-Washy still takes a pretty big hit from that, honestly. Doing like a quarter health to Wishy-Washy is pretty respectable. But I know unless the Wishy-Washy's like choice specs, I should be able to tank any one attack from it. And I guess it's kind of risky making this play, but I felt comfortable doing it, and I don't really have a switch into Wishy-Washy anyway, so pretty much forced to take the Stab Surf. Thankfully it's not Hydro Pump, or else I'd probably die, but he's gonna go for the Surf, and Clang Clang actually ends up living it, which is pretty nice for me, as now I'm actually going to reveal that I am Z-Move Clang Clang. I actually have 2 Z-Move users on this team because I'm very good at team building. I have both Gramble and Z Heal Ball, and then this actually has Z Giga Impact because I really wanted it to have a way to hit like bulky water types and fire types and stuff like that. So I'm going to go for Breakneck Blitz here, and we should be able to pretty much knock out this Wishy-Washy, a +1 attack. It is 200 base power, and down goes the Wishy-Washy after the Gear Grind damage, which is pretty nice for me. As now my opponent's going to bring in their Necklace here, the regular Executor, not a lone Executor. It's kind of surprising. As now I'm just going to proceed to click Gear Grind because it should be like, do some nice damage to it, as unfortunately we're going to get a critical hit here. But not too much I can do about that. He actually does carry the Citrus Berry, I do believe, because he is Harvest Executor, as he does reveal the Citrus Berry. And now my opponent's going to set up the Trick Room here because he has a Trick Room team, so he finally is able to get the Trick Room off because leading off with Clang Clang definitely was a very good lead for me because against Executor or the Carbink, I could just set up a sub against them, and Gear Grind could just literally one-shot the freaking Carbink. So after Trick Room, he's going to knock me out with the Psychic. I was going to preserve my Clang Clang, but at that range of HP, it's not going to be doing me that much justice. So now I'm going to bring in Chill Fam, my Glaceon, as Ice Beam should be easily able to knock out this thing, and I do have, enough HP to pull a Psychic. So my opponent's going to bring in Godzilla, as I'm just going to proceed to click the Ice Beam. I don't think this thing's going to tank it that well because its Aggron is almost as half with, not even Life Orb or Choice Specs or anything. Just I have an Akaberry with Mirror Coat on this set because it's supposed to bait fire type attacks, which it does pretty successfully, honestly. But now I'm going to bring in Boss of the Gym here because I know the Head Smash is incoming, and it's my only switch into freaking Rockhead Aggron. As thankfully it is not a 3-hit KO on my Girder. It looks like a 4 KO, like with the roll. And the roll looks like it's in my favor though, so that's good. I mean, I can't really tell from like one Head Smash, but I mean, it looks like I can take 4 of them. So my opponent's going to bring in Shine Bright, the Carbink, because I'm just going to click Drain Punch because I want to get my health back from the Head Smash in case he wants to go for it again. As it comes to the Carbink, now I know my opponent gets the free Trick Room off here, which kind of blows, and the Trick Room does actually just wear off. So I'm going to switch out here because I know he's going to set up the Trick Room, and I'm going to bring in my Jack because I can at least knock him out the following turn. But my opponent actually misclicks Stealth Rocks instead of Trick Room, which kind of blows for him because now he's unable to set up the Trick Room again because Samurai is fairly powerful with the Life Orb, and Stab Waterfall is going to be able to knock out the Carbink regardless of a defensive investment if he has it. Carbink's going to go down. I feel kind of bad for my opponent because now he's at a really big disadvantage because he doesn't have Trick Room up. So he's forced to bring in the Gallade, and I'm like, let's Gallade like Choice Scarf or something because I know some Trick Room Pokemon run some speedy Pokemon in case Trick Room gets failed, but it looks like he is not Speedy Gallade, and he actually ends up carrying Trick Room himself. So I'm like, oh, Trick Room Gallade, that's pretty cool. Now, I know this thing gets Destiny Bond. I don't think he's going to go for Destiny Bond. I think he's going to go for the fighting type attack. So I'm going to choose to switch out and bring in Play Rough, my Gramble. Aqua Jet may have knocked him out from that range, but I didn't really want to risk it, as I'm going to get the Intimidate off on the Gallade because Gallade's fairly powerful, as my opponent actually ends up carrying the Z move. Very glad I decided to switch out. as Glade's gonna cloak up in the Z aura, and I did see the fighting animation, so it looks like it's just all out pummeling. Pretty cool Glade set. He actually told me he has Destiny Bond all out pummeling, which is a pretty cool moveset because like you can, you know, nuke something with all out pummeling and then go for Destiny Bond and get 2 kills potentially, and then use your Trick Room, which can be pretty cool in the ideal setup. But I'm able to outslow him in the Trick Room because I guess he's not like Brave 0 speed IV, even though he said he was Brave, but I guess Scramble is just really freaking slow. And my IVs aren't perfect because I don't breed for perfect stuff. I mean, I breed for like 4 to 5 IVs, but I'd never get 6 IV stuff. But play rough. I don't want to stay in here and take an Iron Head as I want to preserve my Intimidate for later, so I'm going to pivot into my boss of the gym, knowing I can take any one attack from this background and retaliate with a Mach Punch as I do carry it, as he's going to go straight for the Iron Head, and thankfully boss of the gym face tanks it, and now I can just proceed to collect Mach Punch. It should be able to threaten out the Godzilla from this range, as thankfully he's going to decide to switch out and bring in the Necklace. Very nice play, as it's going to just knock him into the Citrus Berry range. So Mach Punch not going to do anything but knock him into yellow HP, so he's going to consume a Citrus Berry. So that was a pretty obvious play, but at this point, my opponent's kind of behind, so I kind of went for the obvious move. And I was going to harvest, get the Citrus Berry once again, as now I'm going to go for knockoff, because I know he's going to set up Trick Room again, but there's not much I can do about it, so I'm going to knock off this berry. And now he's going to set up the Trick Room, unfortunately, but this is his last Trick Room setter, if I do recall correctly, unless Drampa can learn Trick Room. I don't believe it can. It'd be pretty cool if it could, though. But I'm going to go for the Mach Punch here, because I'm about to die, and preserving Girder at this point is just good for Aggron, and I have other methods of dealing with Aggron, because I'm Intimidate with Gramble, so I'm pretty much set to just sack off my Girder. But unfortunately, I don't really have a switch into the Executor, because Executor is fairly powerful, so I decided to bring in my Gramble first. I'm not really too sure why. I'm trying to think of why, but I can't quite think of it. But we actually outslow him. That's not why I brought out the Gramble, by the way. I don't know why I'm outslowing everything in the Trick Room, because this Gramble does not have 0 speed heavy unless like unless it has like a freaking sassy nature or something. But I'm pretty sure it's just freaking impish. Like I don't think it's like a speed reducing nature or 0 speed IVs. Like it might not have perfect speed IVs, but it's not 0. So I'm kind of surprised I'm outspeeding everything in the Trick Room. But down goes my Gramble to the Hyper Voice because Drampa is able to outslow me, thankfully. If I outsped Drampa, that would have been very upsetting. I'm going to bring in Chill Fam. I think my opponent has one more turn of Trick Room left, and I should be able to tank any one attack from Drampa unless it's like Z Draco. But my opponent ends up carrying Flamethrower, which is very nice for me as I'm going to consume my Octoberry, and this Flamethrower is literally going to bounce off Glaceon's body. I did absolutely nothing, and now I'm going to just retaliate with the Ice Beam. This should be able to knock out Drampa. I am like modest max special attack, but Drampa lives with like 1 HP, which is really annoying. And he's going to get the Berserk boost, and now he's going to actually get the berry. He also carries a berry, and it's actually going to be the Agua berry, so it's going to gain 50% of his health back. But at this point, it really doesn't matter because Trick Room does expire, and I do outspeed this thing, so just go for Ice Beam here, and Chill Fam's going to knock out the Drampa. And at this point, my opponent really can't do much because his Trick Room setters are dead. My opponent definitely misplayed the card bank in the beginning of the game and middle of the game. Then again, leading off the Cling Clang, having Cling Clang against the card bank was definitely useful, as I could just cock block the Trick Room from that thing. And, I mean, I only got Stealth Rock, so I definitely think the misclick kind of sucks for my opponent. I don't know if he actually misclicked or he was just saying that as an excuse, but either way, we're able to beat Kiwako with a narrow 3-0 victory, I do believe. While Golem Golem wasn't even able to be sent out, unfortunately, but that was the battle, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle. If you guys enjoyed the battle and want to support the channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it's the best way to support the YouTube channel and help it grow, so definitely keep that in mind. And yeah, the question of the day is going to be, which Pokemon do you guys enjoy using in Trick Room? Let me know in the comments down below, as I'm very interested in which kind of Pokemon you guys like using in that Trick Room. Now, I really enjoy using Clamperl, as I'm sure you guys have seen already in a few of my battles. Clamperl is definitely a lot of fun to use under Trick Room, as I'm sure you guys have seen. And I really love to use Wheelius as well, or Swellius, I don't really know how you pronounce his name, because using the Dragon Z move with Hustle is such a nice nuke to have, especially in the PU tier. I can't wait to try that out. And I also really like Gumshoos. I haven't used Gumshoos recently in Trick Room, but Trick Room with Gumshoos can be very fun with the adaptability, Z move, and just Choice Bandit and stuff. It could be a lot of fun. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below who your favorite Trick Room sweeper is in Pokemon battling. And yeah, I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.